Hello, this is Tasha from Tasha Says, and I'm here to do a Cycle 5 update with Skyla. And just to let you know what my experience has been this month on my period with the IUD. So I will go right into it. The good news that I have is that my period was much lighter. This time, when I was using birth control pills, I would have to use super for quite a few days, and then starting the Skyla, I started off still needing to use super. Last cycle, I don't believe I used a super tampon at all, just regular, and it was pretty consistent. This time, it was not even enough to use a tampon at all. I mean, I tried to put on a tampon a couple of times, and I left it in for about 7 hours, 6 or 7 hours, and it didn't even fill half of it up. It was, I mean, very, very light, almost to the point of scaring me, but I got over that. Very consistently light. So I just could use a pad. Again, it would be great if I could use menstrual cups. So if you ladies use menstrual cups, this would be perfect for you, because you wouldn't have to just use a pad, and you can go however long you need to go without changing your menstrual cup. Anyway, so yeah, it was much lighter. This time was also shorter, so I think it's starting to get shorter. It lasted about 6 days, where the previous months it's been about 7 or 8, which is a change from the pill because it was about 5 days with that. So it's gotten a little longer for me, but it's starting to get, I hope anyway, it's starting to get a little shorter, at least by a day. And then, of course, after you stopped your period, or after I stopped my period, I have a couple of days where I'm doing that little, kind of brownish spotting. So I'm not sure if that's normal. I'm sure it is. Well, it's normal for me. I don't know if that's normal for other women, but it's pretty much what happens with me every cycle. So that happened. So that's the good news. Much lighter, a little shorter. Now let's get to the bad. So the cramps. The cramps this month were ridiculous. Like, I don't know. I've had to use, I don't remember if I needed to take anything of naproxen, which is what I use for any kind of pain. I don't know if I needed to use naproxen last cycle 4. But this time there were 3 days that I can remember where I absolutely had to. I mean, one day I was in Walmart walking around and suddenly I got hit with one, and it was like, oh my God, if I can just get to my car and sit down and get something to drink and take this naproxen. It was horrible. It was so bad. It had me doubled over a little bit. I mean, it knocked me down. But yeah, so that was a couple of days. But then let's talk about day 6. So as I told you, I hadn't used any tampons. Well, day 6, I was going to go get a massage. So I decided to use a tampon just to prevent, any possible leaking or whatever. So I put in a light tampon. On my way to get the massage, I had the worst cramp. I mean, it was awful. And so I took an naproxen, and that one did nothing. So about 5 to 10 minutes later, I took another one. And it's been a while since I had to take 2 for cramps, but I did. So I took another one, and that helped. So by the time I got to the spa and changed or whatever, went to use the bathroom, just to be safe. And y'all, the tampon was full. That was 2 hours. It took 2 hours for that light tampon to be full, where I could not even fill a tampon at all within 6 hours the other 5 days. So that was different. It was a little frustrating all of a sudden on day 6, because I was like, oh, I know this period is not about to come back in full force and start all over again. What is happening? But it turns out that it was just for that 2 hours. I just had a heavier flow that 2 hours because I put in a regular tampon after that. And same thing, did not get full, did not need it. So that was that. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But I guess it was just very temporary. So again, just to kind of recap quickly, shorter by a day or two, lighter, much lighter than what I'm used to. And that's about it. I mean, and the cramps were awful. I guess I'm starting to get, with Skyla, it's possible, very possible, that your periods are to get shorter and lighter and then kind of, disappear altogether or stop altogether. Not disappear, but stop altogether. Ladies that I've spoken with who use Mirena, it took them about 6 months for that to happen. And Mirena is what I call Skyla's big sister. It's the other IUD, the bigger IUD for women who have had children. And that one lasts for 7 years, I believe, 5 or 7 years, I forgot. But anyway, so it took women about 6 months. So I guess maybe I'm kind of on that path, seeing as though this is 5 months and it's getting lighter for the past 2 cycles. It's gotten lighter and now it's starting to get a little shorter. So we'll see what month 6 brings. But as of now, I'm just kind of going with the flow, hoping I don't have those kind of cramps anymore. I would be very grateful if that were the case. But so far, that is my cycle 5 update. Other than that, all is well. All is the same. I've answered some questions in the last video. All of those answers are still the same. So I'm pretty satisfied. And so I will let you know what month 6 brings. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for your comments and your questions. And please keep them coming. Let me know suggestions, questions, comments, all of that. I welcome it all. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to go to tashasays.com. Bye.